Today we're standing trying to make a bookcase studio. It's too much. It's too much. Listen, you're seeing behind the wall. You're seeing behind the wall. This is what it is. How are we doing? It's morning. Ow. As we slept the night away. Boom, boom, boom. It happened. Now we can turn back the hands of time. Wow, wow, wow. We both belong. Yes, to someone else. Woo! As we slept the night away. As we lay. Let me tell you something. Nobody can sing about adultery like a black auntie. Come on. Shout out to the black aunties. Guys. Ain't broke it. Let me tell you something. I thank the Lord for housing. Okay? I thank the Lord for housing, especially during the pandemic. You know what I mean? He kept a roof over my head. I am thankful. I can't wait to get out of here. My God, today. I can't wait to get out of here. The European plumbing system, the cement prison floors that I have to deal with, anything that I drop on this floor shatters. I don't know how people do this. I do not know how people have uncarpeted bedrooms. I don't ever want to live that life. I don't ever want to live that life. I've done it for 2 years. This is very dangerous. If I were to ever have fallen on this floor, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. This will be a memorial page. Okay? I'm glad to get out of this. Anyway, how are we doing? Also, thank you all for adjusting your time because I had to adjust the time of this live because, as you know, I am in meetings and I was able to move up my other meeting that would give me more time to do a larger live so that I won't run into my second meeting because my other meeting was in between this one. So that's why I was only like, I can only do one live. I can only do one episode. But when this meeting was pushed up, I was able to get more time. So I pushed this back a bit so that I won't run into my other, so that I will run into this one and that it won't interfere with my later meeting. And you guys still showed up. Thanks. You didn't have to do it. Oh, I missed my tambourine. You didn't have to do it, but you did. Damn it. One day when I was lost, Jesus died on the cross. And I know it was the blood for me. He never said a mumbling word. He never said a mumbling word for me. Come on. Queen of Booked and Busy. Yes. Thank you so much. Hey. For the super chat, I'm trying to say Booked and Busy. Listen, the pandemic hit everybody hard, you know, and it changed the trajectory of my life. I promise you guys, I think that there's something big for me in this next move. I know that God still has stuff for me here, which is why I'm still going to be here part-time. But I feel like something here is major because had it not been for this pandemic, I would have never even entertained that idea. I would have never entertained the idea of not being in LA full-time. I would have never entertained it. But because of the pandemic, it became a reality. And I was able to see how I was still able to work here and not be here. There's something big for me over there. Because I never would have did this. Not saying that I'm responsible for the pandemic. The devil is a liar, but I'm just saying. Hey, Breeze World. Say, hey, Nikki. Woo child. That Jarret is absolutely basura. Shayna is a snake and Shane was there for it. Shake, to me, seems like he doesn't like himself or where he came from. He's absolutely dealing with some self-hatred. I get that. But he addresses that. Baby, have you been to his Instagram? Oh, he talks about it all. He talks about, oh, he's like, I'm a brown kid and I grew up, in a white nation. Of course, there were things about me I didn't like. So he addresses it. He is a mess on that Instagram. He is a mess on that Instagram. Give me until March. Give me until March. I feel like I'll have it together. I promise you. I promise you. I also think that because I'll be on a different coast, things will just be able to fall in place a bit more. Like, I'm not the type of person just like move. You know how Black people are. I'm gonna move to Atlanta. My life gonna automatically get better. For some reason, we feel like Atlanta would just make our lives better. I am not thinking like that at all. I will say, doing this, it's a lot easier to do it on the East Coast. On the West Coast is so difficult because everybody has already watched the shows like 3 hours ago. All the other reviewers who are on the East Coast have already talked about it. So by the time everybody comes to you, people are like, girl, we tired of hearing this. You know what I mean? So it's this being on this coast and doing this, at least talking about shows or stuff. If I'm talking about anything else, it's fine. But it's always so late for other people. So I think it will work out for me being on a different coast. Breeze also said, it's amazing to me how Shake initially reacted to Deep Tea, hands all over her, and now he's not attracted to her. Math ain't math. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if that was performative or what. Like, I don't know, because there's nothing that has changed about Deep Tea since the first time he met her. I'm gonna call her Deep sometimes because I went to her Instagram. She calls herself Deep. Okay. So that's her nickname for herself too. But I don't know. Nothing has changed with Deep. Nothing. Nothing has changed with Deep. But he's just like shut down from her. And if anything, she's always grinding on him. So she's being sexual. So I don't know. I don't know what it is. What's up, Whitney? Welcome. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. Love is Blind. Even this Basura season is much better than The Bachelor. The Bachelor is dry boots. What the hell is going on over here? It is dry boots. Dry boots. Hey, Simply Simone. Simply Simone said this season is giving The Bachelor after 20 plus seasons. Dry boots. No, I actually like this. I actually like Love is Blind a lot better than The Bachelor. They gave me more. It's more to talk about. Period. Her and Jarret. Her and Jarret. I haven't made it to the final episode yet, but baby, I feel like there's going to be some crossover. There's going to be some crossover. At least Shayna, horrible Shayna, at least she's being open and honest about her adultery. Okay? Like she is planning adultery. Planning it. But everybody else is like, oh, I'm cool. I love who I'm with. I'm so glad that we're together. You want somebody else. Be Shayna and be honest. Hey, Greta. Hey, Greta. Hey, Kansas. Hey, Emirio. Hey, Lisa. Hi again. Lisa said hi again. Replay gang for 14 million subscribers. I know that's right. I know that's right. It's coming. It's coming, Star Family. I feel like, because listen, let's be real. I'm talented, okay? I'm talented, I'm funny, I'm gorgeous. I'm gonna blow up. So nobody gotta tell me that. I know who I am. Okay, you better celebrate yourself. Don't wait for nobody else to do it. Shout out to my grandmother, she taught me that. But I don't know. Like, you guys let me know, because this is like the only platform that I really use like that. I gotta pack this before I lose this. Should I just put this in my suitcase? Yeah, whatever. What am I gonna do? I want to do something where it's just like us. Because as this channel starts to grow, I want to do something like is there like an intimate thing that I could do with just the Star family? You know what I mean? Because I don't want to, as we get to 14 million, I don't want to like not be able to like talk to like my day ones, right? So I don't know. Let me know if there's something that we can do. Where the hell is I had everything right here. I tell you, you can't leave nothing. See, the thing about me is I'm my grandmother, right? My grandmother went on to glory and, a large part of her spirit stayed here with me. So I have everything. I have everything. My room is like the Target, the Walgreens, the Costco, the Sephora, the Ulta. You know what I mean? The Michaels for my family. So there's always something in here missing. Something in here missing because before they go out to the store, everybody comes and asks me, would you happen to have this? And I'm like, yes, I am. Look on my top shelf, right? I'm that girl. So now when I go to look for something that I know somebody took, I can't find it. That burns my biscuits. I don't mind sharing. I'm the middle kid. I had no choice, but just return it. Just return it. Thanks. Mm. I got a nice icy cold water. The stuff of anemic's dreams. Thank you, JLB. Hit the like. Hit the like, family. Hit the like. Hit the like. Get them likes up. Hey, Melissa. Melissa said the pandemic hit me hard. I lost my mom to COVID. I'm so sorry, my love. And I was broken. But today my daughter got accepted into Harvard. She's been in America on a scholarship and now got another to Harvard. You're a Harvard mom. You go, Melissa. You go. So proud of you, mama, because your daughter would not have been able to do that without you. Okay? Without you. Congrats. Congrats, Melissa. And we at the Star Family are going to keep you in our prayers because that's not an easy thing to do, right? You know that I've lost 2 family members in the span of a few months to COVID. It is it's sudden. You can't you just can't call it. It's a crazy, crazy time that we're living in. But you have been such a joy and a bright light here at the Star Family. Nobody would have known that you were dealing with something so difficult. Thank you for sharing. And we are lifting you up in prayer and holding you up and sending love and light your way, love and joy your way. Thank you for sharing, Melissa. Alicia said, I think Natalie just wants to be married. I think so too. I don't think she just wants to be married. I think she just wants to be with someone because she doesn't feel like she's worthy of love. I bind up in the mighty, in the matchless name of Jesus. This fat phobic spirit, I don't know if it's anywhere in the rest of the nation, but in America, I hate it. I hate what it has done to the minds of women and young girls because Natalie don't realize what she actually looks like, right? She was probably a baddie when she was bigger. I say this as somebody who comes from our community who prefers bigger women. So I have a different idea, right? But she cannot see. I feel like she will never be beautiful to herself. She will never be beautiful to herself because of what she has endured when she was a plus size woman. So now that she is slimmer, she doesn't even trust the compliments that she gets because she did all of this to lose this weight, to be accepted. And now she's dealing with imposter syndrome, like she doesn't belong. And she will take anything from any man as long as he treats her, the way that she would want to be treated, but just give her a little bit, right? Because she doesn't think that she's worthy of a man, because she still has this idea that she's this big girl and she's not beautiful. Because even if she was gorgeous, right, when she was bigger, she couldn't see that. She can't see it now because she still sees a part of her that she thought was so hideous, and it's so heartbreaking to watch. It's so heartbreaking to watch because here you have this beautiful woman who doesn't know it, and she accepts less because she thinks that this is all that she's going to be able to get. I don't even think she wants to be married. If Nick just wanted to have a long-term relationship with her, she would take it. She would take it because she probably doesn't think that she will ever get love from a man again. Sick! I hate that for her. I absolutely hate that for her. I hate it. What's up, Miss Gigi? How you doing? You think so, Jerry? If that is straight women. Oh, God. Sarah said, had to be performative because the switch up was so quick. Remember, I think it was episode 2 where I talked about how I did not believe that Shake all of a sudden realized that, he had this epiphany that he was being a chauvinistic pig. His words, not mine, but he was accurate, that he was being a chauvinistic pig. And, him expecting women to look a certain way is reflective on how he felt about himself growing up, because he was heavy set. There was no way that in the span of like 24, 72 hours that he was able to get there and realize all of that and just have this change mind. I think he did this fake, I got it, I understand now, to stay on the show and to be likable. And I think that now he's in a situation with Deep, who is really into him, and now he's backing away because he realized he went too far. I don't think he was ever attracted to her. I don't think he was. I think everything that he's done thus far has been performative. Hey, crazy homebody girl. Hey, so guys, this episode we're just going to talk about 4 and 5. Tomorrow, I will do 6 and 7 in the morning. I'll either do 6 and 7 in the morning and 8 and 9 in the evening, or I'll just do them together. Depends on how my day goes. And then 10 will be tomorrow. And then on Friday, when the season finale reunion, whatever, when that comes up, I'll review that on Friday. And then Love After Lockup, and that's it. That'll be the last review in this studio. Oh my God. We didn't start here, but we grew tremendously in this studio. Guys. I'm so happy to go. Anyway, that is pretty much the schedule. Just keep on checking my page. Things may change. But that's pretty much what's going to be going on. Crazy homebody girl, what's up? I hope so. I don't hate Nick. He's not for her. He's not for her. Christina said, how far ahead episodes are we talking about today? Just 4 and 5. So I just want to stay on topic. I don't want to skip ahead because some people are still watching. Just want to be respectful. No spoilers. Oh, you're only at the end of episode 6. Great. So you're caught up. You're where we're at. Dr. M said, Love is Blind Brazil and Japan had me in tears crying because they were so sweet. I'm tired of the USA one. I can't wait to get into it. I cannot wait to get into it. I won't have internet for a minute. So I probably won't see you guys after this week. Probably won't see y'all till Wednesday. What am I going to do without internet? And it's not like I live in the city over there. So I can't go to a Starbucks or a library down the street. Baby, you got to drive everywhere. I don't know what I'm going to do. What the hell am I going to do? Oh my God, I don't know what life is like without the internet. I'm an internet baby. It started booming with me, so I don't know. Child, I'm just going to be left to my thoughts. I might come back to this channel like I'm on a journey. I'm on a spiritual journey. We're now changing this channel over to wellness. Child, who knows? Pray for me. Pray for me. What's up, Tracy? What's up? Let's listen to our girl, Tracy. Tracy said, the NikkiStar TV General. Tracy said, Star family, please like the video. It helps the channel grow. We're looking to get this. Yeah, come on, Tracy, 17.25 million by the end of the year. It's early. We can do it. Let me tell you something. We're going to manifest this. We're going to manifest this. Words have power. We are going to manifest this. Hey, Tony. Hey, Propel. Propel said, hey, everyone. Was I the only one that was appalled when the realization hit that Jared gave Ayana I didn't even think about that, yo. I did not even think of this season is messy. I did not even think about that. Wow. Yikes. Wow. Wow. Oh, Discord and Patreon. Okay. Because I just want to do something like for the OGs. I think that would be so great. Because I don't want to get, because I know that there's some people, because I was watching one of these girls, one of the lifestyle channels I followed, she was on a live and she was saying that she doesn't respond to the comments anymore. She only responds to like super chats if she can, because the channel is so big. Like she cannot talk to everybody. And I'm like, oh, I want to talk to my day ones. I want to be like, what's up, Candace? Hey, NTR. Thank you so much for the super chat. NTR said Shake wants to be portrayed as the good guy. Come on, as the good guy. Have Deep break it off with him. Absolutely. And will continue to craft his story as such, because once Deep T sees what he said, she'll break up with him. I agree. I absolutely agree. And he especially doesn't want to come off as the bad guy towards a brown woman. His community will crucify him. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. That's the same thing. Listen, Jarret is doing the same thing as Shake. The difference is he's doing it a different way, right? He's not as outright with how he feels, but you can see it in his body. You can see it in his body language. Did I give you this? Thank you. Thank you. Tony said, I actually didn't even watch. I was busy today because it's a sale day. Work, but I'll catch up tomorrow. Tony, let me tell you something. I'm getting all of my my Lee Crusette. I got another set on the way, but it's going to Georgia. I can't wait. I won't be doing all this cooking. I have there's a recipe from your recipe book. I cannot wait to make it, but I'm like, this is for my Lee Crusette. My Lee Crusette. That's for my La Crusette. I cannot wait to cook in that. I was just start thinking about that. I got my apple, my La Crusette apple. I got my pumpkin. I got my white pumpkin on the way. I got my La Crusette heart. I got that. I got the heart set. I'm getting a La Crusette heart spoon rest. Let me tell you something. Martha Stewart, girl, you better watch out. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. I can't wait till the holidays. I'm doing this big feast for Easter. So excited. And I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. What's up, Spency? Spency said, Lord, Shayna is very messy. Shake got issues. And I feel horrible for Ayana. Indeed, me too. They're so sweet. Everybody is really sweet. The women outside of Shayna and Mallory, the adultery is turning me off from you. But the women are really sweet. And I just feel bad. I'm glad Natalie called it out. She was just like, we're out of all of their leagues. I'm liking Natalie. We have come full circle. Remember me and her I was not taking tea with Miss Natalie, but I'm liking her. Hey, Tracy. Tracy said you can do a Discord chat. Yes. You could do a membership on YouTube. That's what I'm going to do. Decision has been made. Patreon, I can't. Patron, I can't. I'm gonna do everything here. Okay, we're gonna do membership. That will happen in March. Listen, I can't do nothing else for these next 2 weeks. I can't put nothing else on my plate. I cannot do it. All right, let me get 2 more questions, 2 more comments. And then, yes, Melissa's, it is an amazing mom. She deserves all the praise. 2 more comments, and then we're going to get started. No spoilers, guys. Some people haven't gotten to certain episodes. Thank you, Melissa. Wait. Yes, you guys are right. I'm sorry. Was I saying Natalie? I continue to mix up Natalie and Danielle. I don't know why I do that, but thank you guys for correcting me. Thank you. I was confusing them. Thank you, guys. Hey, Brittany, thank you for the super chat. Brittany said, I think you were talking about Danielle. Natalie never discussed her weight. You are absolutely right. Do those names sound alike? Natalie and Danielle? Is it the L? Sorry, didn't mean to confuse them. Oh, he is a gossip. He is a gossip. He was on camera telling everybody's business, then went home to try to tell Natalie, and not Natalie, Danielle, and Danielle didn't want to hear it. So he gonna get mad at her because she don't want to sit and gossip with him. Ugh. Listen, I cannot stand a gossiping straight man. Like, you don't got nothing to do? Go to war, play ball or something. You sitting up here gossiping with me for what? Like, I don't want him to gossip with me. You can let me vent, right? Let me talk about, the girls within my clique that's getting on my nerves. But I don't need you to be like, is that the one is that the one who baby father ran out on her on their anniversary? No, I don't. No, you don't got to give me nothing back. I just need you to be like, really? Wow, damn, that's crazy. That's all you need to do. We don't need to be going back and forth. Absolutely not. What's up, Bobby Shortlegs? Bobby Shortlegs says, I hope this don't sound bad, but something about nope, Bobby, no. Why am I grinding to that song? That's a really sad song. I'm in my head. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Who am I? My grandmother. Hey, Teresa. Teresa said, as paranoid as Danielle is, it would be hard to watch my man sling all that messy judgment and drama and not think he had the same contempt for me. Yep. Put on the subtitles. Behind Gal, put on the subtitles. This is going to take you a minute, but do the subtitles. I know, we will miss the studio. The spider, guys. I might be dealing with bugs too. Oh my, the fire in the kitchen. You guys don't forget nothing. We had some memories. Oh. Y'all gonna make me cry. No, we're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it. We're not going to do it. Hey, Jelly Dino. Jelly Dino said, I like when Shake's mom. No. Not yet. Oh, okay. I'll check it out, Miss Gigi. I will, but I think I'm just going to start with the membership since it's literally right here. But I'll check out Patreon too. You know, I might do Patreon for the videos that YouTube will flag. Like they flag a lot of my, like any videos that I talk about race or women. And that's why I start to use like different words or like slang terms so they don't like flag my videos. I think for deep stuff like that, then maybe I'll do Patreon. And Natalie. I think that's a good little trio. Natalie, Ayana, and Deep. That's the right one. Yeah, they have a great relationship. I really enjoy Natalie and Ayana's relationship because those two are definitely going to get a lot closer because their husbands, their fiancés are very close. Thank you, Marsha. Oh no. Don't worry. I'm still going to do Patreon too. Don't worry. We'll see. We'll work it out for the OGs. Hey, Ornella. Ornella said, hey, Nikki, you may not always see me, but I'm here and here to stay. That's right. Congrats on your move. Looking forward to the new journey with y'all. Thank you. Oh God. Yeah, I think I may cry. I think I may cry. Because I forgot all the memories we had in here. You know how it is when you're just ready to go. You forget about everything. And I'm like, a lot happened here in this studio. Look at us growing. Oh yeah, Nick is a gossip. Hey, Anna, sweetheart Conspirator said, oh my God, I finally caught alive. How are you today, Nikki? And I just want Ayana to be happy. Me too. Rachel said, I like deep tea, but was it just me or was she giving Gary Busey the eye for a second? You think so? Well, her and Shake are attracted to white people. They never kissed brown before. Maybe this is what the problem is in this relationship. Let's get into it. Let's just get into it. I don't know. I really, really don't know. I'm surprised that she even talked to Homeboy after she left Mexico. Miss Gigi said, I added Love is Blind Japan and Brazil after your Grace Report collab. I need to watch them. Yeah, I want to check them out. The previews, the trailer makes it look like it'll be something very interesting. And were you here for the live where I just discovered that it's actually that, my neighbor is a guy? I had no idea. I had no idea. Oh, God. Pepe, I don't know, but I think I might get cuffed on the East. I think I'm going to get cuffed. Oh, God. Oh, God. When I'm in love, I'm weird. I apologize now. My voice probably might change. Please, guys, just know that I'm happy. Just know that I'm happy. Hey, guys. Oh, my God, honey, stop. No, he wants to be in the camera. It's embarrassing. I literally, I'm in my body and I'm screaming at myself like, girl, what are you doing? You look dumb. Stop it. But I can't. I hate that. And I'm doing all that for a man. Ugh. But when it happens, let me be happy. Let me be happy. Thank you, Nakia. We're actually going to get started. I'm going to put the timestamps in. Don't worry. But thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm going to get this super chat and then I'm going to really get into it. Hey, Rashana, thank you so much for the super chat. Rashana said, Nikki, why do you think that Georgia is the East Coast? Because I'm trying to let me walk. Can you give me a chance to walk into my southernness? I'm trying. It's a lot. I'm East Coast for life, okay? So I'm dealing with a little something. I'll adjust. Give me a minute. East Coast pride. Hey, Roselle. Tahara said, my favorite memory is when you came on live and you were telling us about how you exposed yourself. Oh my God. I forgot about that. I didn't get the job, by the way. Showed my titties and didn't get the job. Oh, God. We have had some times. You know what? Should we have a farewell party? Farewell to this studio? Maybe, if I have time. Anyway, let's get into it. We're first going to talk about episode 4 really quickly, and then we're going to take a break and hop into episode 5. Love is Blind, Mallory and Salvador. Listen, Mallory is not my favorite, right? Because she's playing Sal. She is. But I don't feel like she's playing him to be mean. I think she's really trying to force an attraction with Salvador because he's a really good guy and probably the best choice for her. Because she even said it. I normally date Jared's. I'm attracted to Jared's, but Salvador is the right choice for me. And I think that she's really trying. I don't think she's like a Shayna and just being mean and nasty and don't care and is leading people on and trying to break up, engagements. She's not like that. But she wants Jared. And she's really trying to force his attraction with Salvador. And it's not going to work, right? Because you have this attraction to this certain kind of man. And the only thing that's going to work with Mallory is if she gets a Jarret that treats her right. That's her problem. She's picked guys like Jarret or guys, I don't want to say black, right? But she's picked a certain kind of guy that has that steez, that has that swag, that has that kind of identity like Jarret. It's not a black identity, it's a mixture, right? I think it's like, black, African American, Afro Latino, East Coast, like that kind of. I understand. We all been a dummy for an East Coast boy, right? I get it. And I think the only thing that will work for her is if she gets a Jarret that treats her like Sal. That's the only thing that's going to work with her, because she's never going to be attracted to Sal, who won't let his natural curls come out. Because when they were on the beach, you could see his curly hair, and the next day he had that pompadour on, right? So that is his style. He wears medium khakis. You know what I mean? Boot cut khakis. That is his style, with them big, Walmart shoes. That is Sal's style. And he plays the banjo, right? Mallory isn't attracted to that. She's attracted to a dude with a low cut Caesar with a deep wave, right? Or, Afro Latino dude with, hang time, who wears, white tees or sweatshirts and, not fitted, but, those straight jeans with the Timbs, who has a little accent when he talk. That's what she's attracted to. And nothing is wrong with attraction. But I think she knows that he's a good guy, and she wants a good guy because she just has not had that, because she's been looking for guys who identify like Jarret, but they just have not treated her the way this guy treats her or talks to her the way that he talks to her. But she is very attracted to Jarret, and it's just like, girl, you can't go outside of your attraction and think it's going to work. You're attracted to that for whatever reason. That is what you're attracted to. You just have to find that kind of guy that treats you the way you want to be treated. Sal treats her the way she wants to be treated. She's just not attracted to him. Listen, been there, done that, right? We've all had family and friends trying to force us to be with this person that is good for us. You're not attracted to them. And you really can't force attraction, no matter how hard you try. Now, if he's wealthy, you'll get moist for a billionaire, if we talking real, right? But she's not a bad person, but you can tell that she's forcing this relationship. And here is where, although I don't think that she's a bad person, I think she makes bad choices. She should not have had sex with Salvador. First of all, unprotected sex. You raw dogging this dude you're not even attracted to? Weird. Very weirdo behavior. Because to sit there on camera and be like, oh, we had such a good time. I don't kiss and tell, but I might have to stop by the pharmacy to be safe. But you're not attracted to him. So why are you letting him shoot up the club? You're confusing Salvador, because you're confusing me and I'm a viewer. You're confusing the situation because you talk about Jarret a certain way. And when you first saw Sal, you didn't even want to hug him because you were not attracted to him. But then the next day he's shooting up the club. It's weird. It's a very weirdo behavior. You have to be responsible for the decisions that you make. And this was a very bad choice, Mallory. It really, really was. Because now Salvador's emotions are all caught up in what you guys are doing now. Because for some people, not all, but for some people, especially when, y'all saying that y'all love each other, you are each other's fiance. And now not only are you having sex, you're having unprotected sex. So that creates a kind of safety and bond with this person who thinks that you two are on the same page. You shouldn't have did it. You should not have done it. But listen, I don't think she was a bad person, right? But I think she was doing that to force some kind of attraction, and all it did was push her farther away and confuse Salvador ever the more. Let's talk about when Mallory met Jared. So the couples get together and they meet or whatever, and Mallory and Jared see each other for the first time. They are not even, trying to get next to each other. But Messy Nick makes sure that happens. He's over there talking to Jared, and he's just like, do you see Mallory? Oh, wow. She looks amazing. You should go say something. He is so messy. So Jared finally goes over to talk to her because he was avoiding her the whole night, doing the right thing. Messy Nick encourages him to go talk to Mallory because she's so hot. So Jared decides to go talk to her and say something. And immediately you could tell that Jared was everything that she wanted because her whole body language changed. Like when she's with Salvador, she's pushed away. She was leaned in with Jared. Her voice changed. Did you notice that Mallory's voice changed? Well, because I'm a girl, I'm a guy's kind of girl. I like to do, the sports thing, and I want a guy who will want to do stuff like that with me. Girl, what? Your voice ain't never been that kitty. Now why is your voice sounding so innocent with just a bit more of an accent? When you talk to Sal, it's a totally different voice. But you're leaned into Jared, and yeah, I'm a guy's kind of girl, I just like, and I need a man who could do that for me. You know exactly what you're doing. You were flirting your behind off with Jared because you have dated Jareds and you know what them Jareds like, especially a Jared who is not a part of your community. I'll be honest, she wants a black man, an African-American one. We just listen. And I tried, Mallory. I tried to keep your options open, but I feel like, especially from your interaction with Jared and the way you changed up, you knew exactly what you were doing. And that's what you go for. That's what you go for. This is why you have to have African-American friends, girlfriends, right? So we can keep you abreast on how to handle him. Y'all be just going out there, getting with these black men and don't know what you're going to deal with. You finding out stuff for yourself that if you had a black girlfriend, she would have let you know, but he told you that you were better than us. Anyway, it was very obvious that she was into Jared, and Salvador could see it. That's why at the end of the episode, he's, crying and he wants to leave because he can see it. He can see that his fiance is not like that with him. He saw how her body language changed. He saw as soon as she sees Jared, what's up, Jabia? You are a whole fiance to somebody else. He's somebody's fiance. What are we doing with the nicknames that y'all gave each other in the pod? That part of your life is over. Why are we bringing that back up? Before I go on, hey, Brittany, thank you so much for the super chat. Brittany said, Mal flip-flops more than Old Navy. Is Sal fine to you or not, girl? Every day she changes between he's so handsome to he's not attractive to me. I think she's not changing. I think she's being consistent. She's saying that he is attractive, just not to her. Just not to her. She tells him, you're so hot. She's not saying, I think you're so hot. I'm telling you you're hot because you are, but that's not the hotness I want. And that's why he was crying, because he saw her. He tried his best not to look, but I mean, that's your fiance, right? And you knew that she looked at you. You saw how she looked at you when she first saw you. She didn't look at Jared like that. So he obviously had, those justified feelings and emotions, and he was just ready to leave. I feel so bad. I feel so bad for Salvador, Ayana, and Natalie, and Danielle, because I think these are really sweet people who just made the wrong decision with their partners. And unfortunately, we're going to watch their heartbreak on this show. And it's unfortunate. Jarret and Ayanna, I hate that I love their scenes together. I hate it. I had to catch myself because I was sitting here taking my notes, watching, Ayanna and Jarret, and I could see myself through the reflection of my TV. Like, why am I going up for them? Knowing that Jared is not going to treat Ayanna right in the end. Like, I haven't watched all the way to the end, but I just know. Because when Jared talks to Ayanna, it's cute. It's, it's coy. It still gives me friend zone. And when he was talking to Mallory, it was so different. It was passion. Ayanna and Jared don't have the passion. They have a really adorable relationship. I love the fact, that he was holding her and she loved to be held by him, and they were just joking about his height and how big he is. Ciao. I love them together. I do, but I just know that where Ayana is, Jarret isn't. And I know that, eventually he will break her heart. And that's very unfortunate because the way he talked to Mallory, I would have did that for you. The ring, I would have got you a gold ring. You did, and you gave it to Ayana. So sad. Ayana deserves so much better. Ayana deserves Sal, and Sal deserves Ayana. Why didn't they make a connection in the pods? Like, what happened? I think, and it's unfortunate. I think, like I said before, I think culture, swag, and patriarchy is driving these proposals and possible marriages. I think that's what's happening. I think the men are going after women who they feel like they can, wouldn't necessarily, no, I want to say control and lead, right? And lead without question. And I think the women are going after men that they feel represents some kind of privilege and protection. However, when you do that, you overlook so many other qualities that make up a great partner because you're laser focused on these two things that you have made important, which really is not that important when you think about it, right? It's important, but it's important with all of these other qualities. And I think decisions are being made on one or two qualities, and that's it. They fit this and they fit that. But are you happy with them early on? Like, Natalie, are you okay with constantly being cussed out by your partner whenever you don't give him the affection that he wants, or you don't affirm him or stroke his ego? Are you really happy with being cussed out and left every time he gets upset? No. But he's a white surfer looking, or surfer acting kind of guy who has privilege and status within society, probably something that she's used to, probably feels like a prize to her. And she, thinks that she's got, the ultimate prize, a blonde hair, blue eyed white guy. But what else? Right? Because you know that he has privilege, you know that he has protection, you know that with him you'll be untouchable. You know that. But then look at what you're left with. Are you really happy? Or is it all performative? It's unfortunate. Did I say Natalie or Danielle? Yeah, Danielle is the white one. I'm gonna get it right. I just didn't like how Jarret spoke to Mallory. I didn't like it. I thought that it was very inappropriate. And Ayana, stop being the cool chick. That's another problem. You are always the cool chick. Ayana's just like, I'm not bothered by the way Jarret looks at Mallory. I have a girl crush on her. I look at her the same way. Stop being the cool chick. It's okay to have a problem. You can have a problem. It's fine. Ayanna and Salvador, I don't know why y'all didn't work out. Let's get to Deep and Shake. So I went to Shake's Instagram. I told you that earlier. He has fully leaned into the villain edit. Like, he's eating this up. And as he's eating up the attention this show is bringing him, good or bad, he's promoting his DJ work. Like, rarely do I see anything on his Instagram about his vet clinic or whatever. That I do now believe that he's actually doing. But a lot of it is about the DJ stuff. And it's just, for me, it just confirms, for me, I could be wrong, Shake, but it confirms that you came on this show to promote your DJ business. Because people are cussing you out in them comments. Your people are cussing you out in them comments, and all you're doing is saying, thanks for giving me a follow. Thanks for giving me the views. Thanks for doing all of this for me. Watch me come DJ at Nobu. Like, you wanted this attention. You really, really did. What happened to his passion? And now that I talk about him a bit, I think that I honestly do think, and we talked about it earlier, I honestly think that he's just not attracted to Deep because she's not white. Because when Shake talks about the passion being gone and him not having these issues in his past relationships, His past relationships were with white women. So I think he likes the fact that Deep is a brown woman from his culture, somebody that his family will approve of, but that's it, right? She's supportive, she would be a great mom, but he don't want to bang her. And that's the worst thing for a woman to know or feel when you're in a relationship with a man that you're all in, that he just wants to wife you and make you a mom so he can have his brown kids, but he wants to have sex with somebody. Your husband, your fiance doesn't desire you. That's the worst thing, especially for a woman who has body issues, to not be desired by the man that she is betrothed to, or soon to marry. That's horrible. And I hope that Deep watching this is okay and, like, in a good place. If not, sis, seek therapy. It's okay. It's absolutely okay. Yeah, that's where I think the passion went out the door when he realized that he was going to be with a brown woman for the rest of his life. Like, I do understand that Deep was talking about, oh, we're going to have kids, we're going to have such beautiful children, we're going to move here, we're going to live our life this way. I do get him being a little bit scared about that, right? Because this still is a TV show, and a lot has changed and a lot has happened for him in a matter of weeks, right? Just a few weeks. So I get that. But to sit up here and be like, oh, let's slow down. Why are you slowing down now? You literally got engaged to a woman that you only known for 6 days and you only heard her voice. You don't know what she looks like until now, right? So why are we slowing down now? You've been full speed ahead this whole time. Why are we slowing down now? Because reality is hitting. And I think his reality and how he sees his life is not with a brown woman. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. And I think that monologue in episode 4 about him throwing out somebody that looked like Natalie out of his club where he DJ'd at, I'm not saying that didn't happen. I'm saying the only reason why he said it is to remind the audience that he's a DJ. Deep, you deserve better. I feel so bad for her. She's over there on this episode when they all meet up, the couples all meet up, and she's telling the ladies that everything is great. They're just taking it slow because they respect each other. He's telling the men that he's not attracted to her. She feels like his auntie. My God, today. Danielle and Nick. I'm not liking him, guys. I'm not liking Nick. And yeah, we were physical 3 times and 3 different places. Why did you have to say that? And it's not just him, right? Shane is telling everybody what him and Natalie have done, right? And Natalie, you keep on laughing it off, but I don't think you're okay with him telling the men about every time you have sex and how, acrobatic you are. I don't think you're actually okay with it. I think you laugh it off because you don't want to lose him. Oop! We got a kiss ship. We got a kiss ship. We got a kiss ship. Thank you, literally, Leah. Literally, Leah says, for shake views all. Oh my God. That's good. Shake views all brown women as family. Which is why that's probably the only thing he wants to do with Deep. Wow. Thank you, literally, Leah, for the Cash App. Cash apps are preferred, by the way. Don't tell YouTube. I don't understand what the thing is with men bragging about all the sex they're having in 3 different places. I just don't get that, because the women are being like very coy about it, but the men cannot wait to tell us, the viewers, and the other men on the show their sexual exploits with their fiancés, and it's just like, it's pure ego and it's unattractive. Messy Nick, he literally started the pot. I said that earlier with Jarret and Mallory, but I do want to talk about how after he stirred the pot with Jarret and Mallory, and after he sat on camera and gossiped about everybody, he went back to his hotel room with Danielle, who was sick. and he just wanted to get into the gossip, and Danielle didn't feel like the gossip, right? She shut that down real quick, and because she rejected his gossip and wanted to talk about what happened with her, he got upset. This is the thing. Is Danielle a self-sabotager? Absolutely. Absolutely. She can be draining at times. What I will give her is that she told Nick this. She did not hold back. She told him everything about her. Now, one can say, yes, Nick agreed to it, but he never experienced it. So this is his first time experiencing it. I get that. He got to change his attitude on how he deals with her, because even if she is, what she's doing is getting annoying and it is draining, that is still your wife. And you have to find a way to speak to her that is not tearing her down, especially, or your fiance, especially a woman who is already tearing herself down. You don't have to help her tear herself down anymore. She can't get any lower. The way she tears herself down on her own, there is nothing left to tear down. So he has to realize when speaking with her or to her, or especially when she's having her panic attacks and she's in those spaces, that you have to walk lightly. You have to be a nurturer. You have to be a comforter. You don't have the tolerance. And that's the problem. Danielle needs an extreme nurturer, right? She was put with somebody who has very little patience and tolerance. He really, really does. Like, he says that he's up for the challenge, but as soon as it comes up, he just is not, he can't do it. He gets up, he walks away, he cusses her out, he snaps at her, and she's sitting there now feeling like the bad guy because she didn't want to gossip. She wanted to tell her fiance, I had a panic attack. And he didn't feel like that because he wanted to gossip about Jarret and Mallory. They're just not good. And again, I wish they would have never confused their relationship with sex, because now y'all think, oh, we did this, we're fiance, we're in it together. You've just had your first conflict and you were ready to run, Nick. Stay woke. Keep your legs closed until you get to know them. You can get to know them in a very short amount of time. I ain't telling you to wait no years, but I'm just saying, have a dust up first before you start letting them shoot up the club. My God, today, Mallory, I would have never admitted that. I would have never admitted that. But you know what? That's just me. I said it before, and I'll say it again probably when we talk about episode 5. I hate the way he snaps at Danielle. I absolutely hate it. He has no patience for her, and I hate the way he snaps at her. It is unbecoming, Nick. Unbecoming. Oh, Shane. I'm not surprised that Shane and Natalie knocked boots.
She threw me a couple of curveballs. She was really good. Like, I wasn't expecting it.
Oh, Natalie. But all them fine men you got in your community, I just don't know how this dude got you like this. I will say this. I do think that this episode, Natalie saw something in Shane. As she saw something in Shane last episode, she's realizing that what she saw is who he is. And I think it's starting to wear on her. I really, really do, because the last episode he snapped at her because she wasn't affirming him or whatever. But now it's starting to come up after every minor inconvenience, and she doesn't like it. Only time will tell if she literally stands up for herself and walks away from that. Before we get into episode 5, I want to talk to you guys a bit. Nosy. Just in literally getting his life with the mess and the drama. I was like, Nick, sit down. He's just hopping around talking to everybody. So what happened? Oh, you don't like her? You're not attracted to her? Oh, wow. Listen, I saw the way that you looked at Mallory. Nick, go be with your wife. You stayed down there, your fiance. You stayed down at that party the whole time, stirring the messy pot, while your wife, your fiance, is sitting up in the closet, panicking and vomiting in the toilet. You should have been like, I'm going to go down for a few minutes, see how everybody is doing, and then I want to come back and check on you. Because I also think that that's another thing. I think that Danielle was just like, you stayed down there the whole time. I saw you. You were having a good time. I'm up here vomiting and, panicking. And I don't see you for 3 hours. You don't even text me. You don't do nothing. You don't send up a little bowl of soup with a rose saying that you're thinking about me. No, you're too busy at the bar gossiping about Jarret and Mallory. That's probably another reason why she was heated with him. But she ate how she felt because she saw how he reacted. And that's going to be a problem because he does that to her a lot. So she then flips the script and say, well, I'm not mad. No, I wasn't upset. I don't want you to get upset with me. I didn't really mean it like that. No, you meant that. You were hurt. You were upset, Danielle. You can say that to him. Ugh, doing all that for Nick. Girl. Jelly said, Mallory is neck down, dead around Sal. That relationship breathes no life into her. Did you see her playing footsie? That's what the hell did I do? Child, that's what she wants. That's what she wants. And then she's going to do this. So how are you? Are you happy, Jarret? Ooh, that's side chick lingo. Are you happy? Terrible, Mallory. Terrible. I want more for you. I think she's attracted, I think that Mallory is attracted to the culture. That's the attraction. She is attracted to the culture in Sal. She is not attracted to Sal. Her culture is what's attracting her to him, but it's the familiar, I can never say this word. It's what's familiar to her, right? It's culture, it's identity. But unfortunately, that attraction don't reach down to the coochie. Jarret reaps to the depths of her womb, okay? Salvador doesn't. Salvador does not. Yolande said the universe tried to tell Sal that it's not it when that tent. I said the same thing. When that tent knocked him upside his head, I said, that's the Lord, Sal. That is the Lord telling you to get out of that situation. Lisa Parker said, Mallory needs a Jarret who has actually hung up his player ways, maybe for a few years already before he meets her. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's what she's attracted to. Like, she can't shake that. She can't shake that. And listen, some people are able to do it, right? Lord, what I used to be attracted to, I had to shake that. My life would have been terrible. I shook it, but I'm still kind of looking for it in a better guy. Let's be real. But you got to do what's right. But I can never go so far out of that attraction, right? I can't go so far out. Like, I can never be with a guy that talks like this. You know what I mean? Like, I could never be with a Shane. That voice, even if he's great to me, the voice just couldn't get me moist. It just would not be a possibility. I could not do it. I need to have somebody who has the voice. I just couldn't do it. I could not do it, even if he's a great guy. Even if he's a great guy. Ain't that a mess? Attraction will do it to you every time. Will do it to you every time. Oh no! I hope she doesn't. Oh my God. Did you hear it? She knew, because she knows how that works with Jarrett's. So she knew what she was doing. She played the game. She played the game. She played shoot up the club. Sarah said Nick was acting like the producer of this episode, instigating the mess. He was the what was he? The narrator. Nick was the narrator of this episode. Just messy. I read messy boot Nick's. I lost it. Yep, messy boots. Hey, Melissa. Melissa said, I don't know if you guys noticed this. Yes, I agree. Danielle needs therapy, but I think Nick says hurtful things to her when the camera is not there. It is giving me that something more is happening. Something more is happening. I absolutely hate how she just eats how she feels. And just, no, it's okay. I was wrong. I'm sorry. And I'm like, no, Natalie, that is not healthy. Stay tuned. Reviews. What's up? Said unpopular opinion. Ayana needs to invite Mallory into her relationship for some throuple action. Then and only then can all of them be satisfied. I hate that I'm even thinking that Ayana will be game. I hate that I'm even thinking that. You know what, Basola? I thought about that. Then as I got into later episodes, I was like, oh no, this is who Nick is. I don't think anybody's producing him to do that. I think that's who he is. Mari Cat said, Mallory wants Jared to want her. Absolutely. And he does. She totally switched up her speech and mannerisms. She was leaning in with the boobs. Leaning in with the boobs in the arm. She knew what she was doing. I'm a girl's girl. I'm a guy's kind of girl. I like sports and everything. Girl, who you playing? Oh, stay tuned. Reviews that Salvador had what was coming to him. He was smirking when Jared was crying over Mallory. I call it poetic justice. Because Sal doesn't like Jared. And Jared doesn't know that. Jared thinks that they're all cool. He's like, yeah, I'm happy for you. You guys look happy. But Sal does not like Jared because he knows that Mallory wants Jared. He knows. He's not an idiot. He is not an idiot. Hey, Sydney. Sydney said, I feel like Mallory is trying to convince herself that she's all in this. She's overcompensating. Absolutely. Absolutely. When Jared asked her if she sees herself getting married at the end of this. What is that? What is that? You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Girl, stop playing with these games. Hey, Bria. Bria said they are so cute, but Jared is problematic to me. See, that's the problem that I'm having. I love their scenes together. I love, come on, Black women, let's be real. You know what it feels like to be in any man's chest, right? To be in like a big Black man's chest, laying on this 6+, tight, rock hard, chocolate chest. You know. So I'm sitting here watching her, and she's just leaned in heaven. And I'm like, oh, girl, his heart don't beat for you. I feel so bad for her. I feel so bad. Yep, Miss GG88 said, yes, Ayana and Jared are adorable, but it's almost like they're good friends. I hate it because she's such in la la land with this dude, and he is not there with you. Me too, Miss Gigi, but I think the other couples weren't messy. I think they weren't messy, and I think that's why they didn't pick him. Let me scroll down. Hey, Bettina. Bettina said, run from any man that admires you for being resilient. I hated that. I like you because you're strong. I'm like, oh God, the strong Black woman trope. Here we go. Because if a man, yup, Bettina, if he says that he likes the fact that you're strong, oh baby, he's gonna test your strength. Absolutely not. They about to put you through it. Oh, we got another one. Hey, Sharonita. Thank you for the cash app. Thank you. Sharonita said, thank you for the incredible reviews. Oh, thank you. Thank you for joining me and thank you for supporting your girl. Thank you so much. Let's get to Shake and Deep. I'm just trying to get somebody I haven't called on before. Sarah. Sarah said immediately associating a love interest with a family is a major turnoff. Like, why would you ever? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I just felt bad because I'm like, she's gonna hear this. She's gonna watch this back. And if she's married to him, oh yikes. Yikes. Probably. Probably. Absolutely. Probably. You know what? And I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. I'm telling you, out of all of these couples, this is the only couple that I think will actually stay married because of culture. Because of culture. So many of your soulmates are not within your tribe, but nobody likes to talk about that because of, what's going on in the world. And I get it. But culture is important. It should not be the defining factor on why you choose your partner, because this person may have the culture, right? They got the culture. You got the familiarity. I understand it. How do they treat you? Are you happy? Yes, you got your brown family, you got your black family, you got your white family, you got your Asian family, but you're miserable with this dude. And I'm not saying that, your soulmate could, be somebody of another culture. I'm just saying it just don't make that the deciding factor, right? Culture, religion, like Shayna, this cow loves her dirty draws, right? She is landing it on culture, and I think landing it on religion and on culture, because I think that cow is a little too ambiguous for her and her family. We will get into it later. And I'm like, this man is obsessed with you in a good way, and you're going to let him go. And she's not attracted to him. It absolutely makes sense. Hey, Ray. Ray said, I live in the same neighborhood as Hamza, and I actually know his mom and sister. He's doing it for papers. And this is Hamza from 90 Day Fiance. And everyone in his family knows that. He's not that hot to... Oh, girl, I thought you were saying something else. He's not that hot to girls here. He's actually below average. Ooh! Okay, Ray with the 90 Day Fiance tea. Join me on Monday when we talk about it. I want you to drop that tea again. JL said Deep starts to call herself Deep T starts to call herself Deeps too. Yep. She accepts so much when it comes to Shake. I feel so bad for her. And that's going to be their marriage. That is going to be their marriage. She's just going to be accepting and getting nothing in return, with some beautiful brown kids who are going to see their mother be put through hell by their father. Break the freaking cycle. Kill these generational curses. Come on. Do better. Sydney, absolutely. Sydney says Shake talking trash about Deep T to other people, then acting so into this relationship with her is messed up. Absolutely. Penny Proud said Jared and Ayana give me the football player and his high school sweetheart. Yep. You know, the one he cheats on daily, but marries anyway because of... Oh my God. Yeah, that's it. And he used to play ball too. I think that's what's hot about him. I think that's what it is. He has a football body and a football walk. That football walk, especially the quarterback arms. Yeah. See? But I'm doing better. That's not going to be the deciding factor for me. Oh shoot, let me put my charger on. Hold up. Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Gotta put my charger in. All right, 2 more comments and then we'll get into episode 5 because it was a lot juicier. I'm telling you guys, out of the only couples, out of all of these couples, the only couple that I think is going to be still together is Deep and Shake. And that's because of culture and nothing else. FF says they're probably going to have their brown kids and get divorced and then live their happy lives with their white partners that they really want. Listen, it is what it is. Raise your kids in diverse neighborhoods if you want, you know what I mean? Like, if you want to up your chances of getting a brown family, you can't raise them around people that don't look like them and think they won't be attracted to. Anyway, FF says, I honestly think that Shake will always have a secret. Yikes. A secret liaison with a Caucasian woman because he has such an animalistic drive for them. Yep. His heart and mind may like good brown women, but not the little Willie. Yep. Hey, BB. BB said Danielle needs therapy, but Nick needs to leave her. If he can't handle her, the way he snaps at her triggers me. Absolutely. What's up, Bree? Bree said, I agree. He may be annoyed, but he does speak harshly. However, that's in the later episodes. In this episode, I was on his side. See, this was the same episode for me. I was like, I got where he was coming from, but it's like the way he was acting was like this was new. I'm like, she told you. She let you know about all her insecurities and that this would happen. And I'm like, not saying that he had to be, that he had to be prepared for something he never experienced. But for her the next day to be serving him and to be so sorry. And right after that, we didn't get the footage of it, but we got the voiceover where she's like, I don't want you to be mad. I'm sorry. And he's like, no, that's not okay. What? Absolutely not. You're supposed to love on her and protect her. You have to speak to your wife with a calm, your fiance, your soon-to-be wife, with a calm voice. You are a carer. You don't speak to her in such an abusive manner over something that was not that big. Because to be honest with you, Danielle, right, I got the right one. Danielle was not attacking him. She just didn't feel like the gossip. She wanted to tell him about what happened. Now, could she have approached that differently? Absolutely. And so could Nick. Oh my gosh. Crazy Homebody Girl said no guy will have enough patience for Danielle. Therapy. She needs to get herself together. I'm sorry. I agree. Sarah said a snapping turtle and a perpetual crybaby. What could go wrong? Everything. I'm going to get Basola's comment and then we're going to get in episode 5. Basola said, this show makes me think that perhaps we don't have true deep friendships and access to therapists as adults because being vulnerable with someone doesn't mean we should get married. Yeah, absolutely. You are right. Oh, Sharonita, did I give you this? Thank you, my love. Let's get into episode 5. So on this episode, all of the couples leave Mexico and move into their new homes together until wedding day. We don't really get to see much of them moving in. We'll get to see more of that in the next episode, but the majority of this is them leaving Mexico. So in this episode, Mallory, once again, is gaslighting Sal, right? Because Sal says that he wants to talk to her about it because he felt some sort of way. Like, obviously, they had a conversation after she talked to Jarret because Sal was very emotional. And they squashed it, right? But he wanted to have a talk with her again. And Mallory is gaslighting him. It's like, oh, no, that's not what I want. You are the one that I wanted. I'm attracted to you. And she's reassuring this guy. But I'm like, Mallory, Sal saw you and Jarret. We saw you and Jarret. And Nick saw you and Jarret. So the cat's out of the bag. You are not like, the way you are with Jarret, you're not like that with Sal. And he sees it. But you can continue to gaslight this man and tell him that what he's seeing is not what he's seeing. It's up to him to walk away from a situation that does not serve him. It's up to him. If he wants to stay in that is on him. So then the next time when they move in, it seems at this point that everything is good. I honestly feel like a producer told Sal what Mallory said to Jarret about not being ready to get married at the end of this, because Salvador spent the whole time. We never seen them together. Now, if he was over there at the bar listening, we didn't get that. We didn't get that footage, right? What we did get was him, like hanging out around them, far away though, but keeping his eye on Mallory and Jared. I think a producer told him what the conversation was, because as soon as they move in, he's like, let's sit down and let's have a conversation, because I heard you tell Jared that you can't see yourself getting married at the end of this. Mallory, not Team Mallory in this situation with Sal, but I will say I was on her side at this moment, because she was just like, hold on. I thought that everything was good. I personally hate that. I feel like if you have a problem with me, listen, you don't have to come to me immediately, because you have to, like, I do the same thing. Take time, get your thoughts together, maybe talk to somebody else about it, so you don't fly off the handle, make rash decisions, burn relationships, or hurt someone. I do that as well. Like, if I have an issue, if I am in the space where I can confront you right away about it, I will. If it's not that big of a deal. If it's something that hurt me deeply, I will take my time, and then I will eventually go to that person. But what I will not do is have several conversations with the person that I have an alt with, shout out to the Christians, or an issue with, and I say everything's okay when it really isn't okay. Because somebody like me would be like, wait a minute, you can't keep on telling me it's okay, you forgive me, it's good, and then we move on and we bust it up like everything is fine, and then 3 days later it's not good. You still have an issue. Then we move, we apologize, we scratch it up, we make, we set boundaries and everything is good, and then 3 days later it's not good, because that's just going to be annoying, right? And that's just going to make me frustrated, and then it's going to put up walls where I don't feel comfortable then being in any kind of relationship with you, because I don't trust what you're telling me. So I got Mallory. I got her being like, we talked about this so many times. You said that you were okay. Now you're not okay. I think he's not okay because he got additional information, and that upset him. And Sal lying and saying, well, I overheard you say this to Jared that about me and you. And if I was Mallory, and maybe because the producers probably told her to not say anything, I would have said, absolutely not. You weren't around me. So how did you hear that? Who told you? Was it Jared? But she had something else up her sleeve. She totally flipped the script on this entire conversation and was like, well, Jared, we were just talking about the ring, because Jared knew that I wanted a gold ring, and you got me a silver ring, and maybe I was just a little upset about the ring because I wanted this kind of ring, and Jared spoke to a place in me where I was feeling vulnerable. Next thing you know, Sal is apologizing about not getting her the ring that she wanted. He's no longer questioning her feelings for Jared. Now he's the bad guy. He feels upset about not getting her what she wanted. He's apologizing to her, and now he's mad at Jared. You're good, Mallory, because you removed yourself from having any accountability for your behavior or your actions. Now you have these two men who are going to be fighting over you, because now Sal has the ammo to confront Jared, because you led him down that path instead of just being honest and saying, we made a connection in the pods and I can't shake it. You rather somebody else take the fall for your emotions and how you're actually feeling, for your honest to God feelings. You'd rather Jared take the fall for that, and Sal feel bad for not getting you something that you wanted when it really wasn't that. Not a good look for you. Not a good look, because you're going to have these two men at odds when you are really the problem. You are the one rubbing up on Jared's leg. You are the one leaning in, giving him that voice. Oh, yeah, because, I just want a man who want to do it. I want to do it. And me and you, we had that kind of chemistry. You did that. But now Sal feels bad about the ring. And now he's mad at Jared for bringing that up. He's absolutely right. You know what I mean? Like, Salvador was just like, why is Jared, who has a fiance, having these conversations with you? Absolutely right, Sal. But you should have said to Mallory, why are you entertaining that conversation with Jared and you have a fiance? That's not Jared. But because he loves her so much and wants this relationship to work, he will not hold her accountable. she can easily get out of accountability with anything that she does with Sal because he loves her so much, and she don't even like him. Yikes! Does he have sisters? Ciao. Let's get to Jarret and Ayana. Ayana, stand up. So weak in the knees over this man. I think it's because he's so tall. She always talks about it. He's so tall. He's so big. I wonder how he's gonna fit in my vagina. Like all of these things. I'm like, I get it. I'm a height hoe as well, Ayana, but you are just too caught up in who Jarret is. I think like physically and what he represents, right? Because Ayana is this small woman who has been hurt. She sees him as this protector with swag and something that she really, really wants and desires. And she's overlooking that he's not reciprocating what you're giving him. And I think she's overlooking that for the idea of who he is. Oh gosh, y'all too old to be here. Y'all are too old to be here. I also think that she needs to be upfront more because she had this conversation with Jarret and she was just like, "Oh, do you talk to your exes, right?" Trying to actually talk about the Mallory situation, but not talking about the Mallory situation, right? Because she did have a problem with the time that he was spending with her, but she's the cool girl. No, it's fine. I get it. I have a girl crush on Mallory too, so I can understand him liking her. No, you don't. You have a problem with your fiance being so into Mallory. So instead of saying, I really didn't like the conversation that you and Mallory were having, it bothered me. And if I, as your fiance, asked you to stop interacting with her, would you do that? Would that be a problem for you? Instead, you bring up the ex. You're not being upfront and you're not being honest with him. And oh my God, all the women on the show do it. Shayna is the only one. Shayna is the only one. All the other women, the good women on this show, it's like, oh, I can't tell him the truth. Oh, tell him the truth and be happy. Ooh, absolutely not. The fact that Ayana doesn't think that she's an extrovert. I mean, you're not as big as an extrovert as Jarret, but girl, you don't give me deep introvert. Like not wanting to go out and be around people is just normal. Humans are exhausting. Humans are exhausting. That's why the people who go out all the time, not saying everybody, but a large majority of them, they're always on some kind of drugs. You got to be high to deal with humans like that every damn day. A lot of people like to be, in their cozy home, not being bothered with the problems of the world, which is why lockdown didn't backfire, right? Which is why a lot of people wanted lockdown extended because they enjoyed being home. Some of us who had a full house didn't enjoy it, but a lot of other people who had their solace and, being able to work from home, not having to deal with them crazy coworkers, being able to do things remotely. A lot of people that helped their psyche, right? A lot of people's mental health improved. So just because you're a homebody doesn't mean that you're an introvert. Girl, you got an extrovert personality, but how you identify is how you identify. Deep and Shake. We've already covered this. He's not attracted to Deep because she's not a white woman. Shake wants to. This is the thing. I'm not saying he necessarily wants to be with a white woman, right? I think he wants a brown family within his culture. I think that's what he wants. But I think he likes having sex with white women. I don't know what that is. I can't break that down. Maybe somebody from his community could break it down, but I don't know what that is. But he likes having sex with, and I think it's a certain kind of white woman, right? It's not just any white woman. It's the skinny LA blonde. Because I feel like that's some kind of prize for him. That he's able, and black men have, a lot of non-white men have this, that he's able to get a woman that is held to a high esteem in the white community. Makes him feel like he really got something. But he wants this brown family and he wants a brown wife. That's what he said, this is what I need. It's not what his loins want. And I do think that, if they take it there might be some, I won't speak it, but stay woke deep, stay woke deep, put a tracker on his car and his phone and link his phone to your iPad. Stay woke. Danielle and Nick. They're just not compatible. We already talked about it. They are not compatible. They just are not going to work. He just snaps at her too easily for me. It's First of all, you shouldn't be snapping at your wife at all. I can understand frustration, but he needs to find a way to talk to her. Nick is the kind of husband that cannot be with a wife that has any kind of issues. She has to be perfect. She can't, like, I feel like his wife could not have postpartum depression. I just feel he's just not that kind of guy who can deal with it. You have to be where he is. You cannot have any issues that are far too deep for him to tackle. He just doesn't have that kind of patience. And I think he's a guy that is very caring, but I just think he has low tolerance for people who are a bit softer. And there's nothing wrong with that, or a bit softer or sensitive. I think him being with somebody like Danielle is just not healthy, because Danielle has mental health issues. He is not built for a wife like that. He is not built for a wife with any kind of disability. Like, the wife, she just can't have a bad day. She can have a bad day, but she has to get up at some point, right? You can't have a bad month. You can't be in a space where you need to be on meds and you need to have some kind of help. He's just not that supportive partner for somebody like that. I'm not saying that he's not a supportive partner. I'm not saying that he wouldn't be a good partner. I'm just saying he can't do a wife with any kind of issues. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people are like that. Some people are just like, I know what I can take. I can't take somebody who has this, because I'm not built for that. And that's the thing. He needs to know what he can take and what he cannot take, because snapping out at Danielle every time she has an episode, it's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. Before we go on, let's acknowledge a super chat. A super chat. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, Keith. Okay, Keith. I like this. I like what you're doing. Thank you, my love. Keith said, been watching you since 2019, and you kept me laughing throughout the turmoil and uncertainty of 2020. Although I don't watch any of the shows you review, your witty commentary and hilarious impressions are a joy. God bless. Thank you, Keith. Keith, what shows do you watch? What shows do you watch? Once I get settled, I'm going to transition into, because I started off my channel doing film reviews. I'm going to go back to that, and scripted TV shows. I'm going to go back to that. This was just, the reality shows are a lot easier because there's not a lot of research that has to be done. If that's something you enjoy, don't worry, it's coming back. Shayna and Natalie. The more I see of Natalie, the more I like her. I said it earlier. I enjoy Natalie. I'm really starting to enjoy her. The more Natalie stands up and straightens her back, Natalie, literally, you got to work on that posture. You got to work on that posture. But the more that she stands up for herself, I really enjoy her. However, I'm concerned that what I like about her, Shane is going to hate about her, because Natalie is starting to stick up for herself. Natalie is starting to say no. Natalie is starting to say, well, this is not what I do, and this is not what I liked and what I like. And Shane is not that guy, right? You have to like what he likes. You have to do what he wants to do. You have to agree with him. You can't disagree with him and think that he's going to stick around. He's not, because when they are having dinner, right? Shane gets upset with Natalie because she's not bragging about their relationship. And Natalie is like, I'm not a bragger. I'm not a bragger. I'm not a big PDA person in front of people. And that upsets Shane. because he wants her to brag about his wee wee and their sexcapades to the other ladies, and to find out that she's not doing that upset him. And to her, she's like, why would you want me to do that, right? And Shayna's like, because I do that. That's what I like. I want to do that. And she's just like, hold on. I don't like how you're speaking to me. Yes. Come on, Natalie. I don't like how you're speaking to me, and you seem to be angered. And he's like, no, I'm not angry. I'm not angered at all. Yes, you are. You're upset because she is giving you pushback, right? Because now Natalie is starting to say no. Now Natalie is like, that's not okay. Now Natalie is saying, you have to speak to me differently. And I told you guys from jump, Shane wants a doormat, right? I won't necessarily say doormat, but he wants a wife that will comply with everything that he wants to do. Will comply, will say yes, won't say no, will allow him to lead with her eyes shut and her mouth shut, will agree with everything that he wants, will believe what he believes, will not have any contradicting views or thoughts, ideas, wants or needs. That's what he wants. And not only does he want that, right? He also wants you to affirm him at his big age. You got to affirm him. You got to stroke his ego. He wants a mother to a newborn. That's what he wants. And I think Natalie is starting to see that. And she's not okay, but she still likes him and wants to be and loves him and wants to be with him. So she's trying to mold him as well to the guy that she wants him to be fully for her, right? You can't mold Shane. Shane is made. This is who he is. He's not going to compromise. And I think she's starting to see that. And I think at some point she's going to have to realize that she is married to somebody who will not compromise, who essentially wants a mother, and who will walk out on you when you do not agree with him. Because he did it this time. Walked out on her again. He constantly walks out on her, and she is always left there dumbfounded with her emotions, hurt and disrespected. Natalie, what I'm seeing in you, I don't see you taking this for much longer. I hope I'm right. Kyle and Shayna. Kyle, stand up. So weak in the knees over Shayna. He hasn't seen her. She does not want to kiss him. She left him on their little couples vacation, did not come back, finally meets up with him, and he's like, I'm so in love with you. How? Shayna didn't say anything back. She was like, oh, really? That was her reaction. Oh, really? He's like, I'm so in love with you. You are everything that I wanted. You are so beautiful. It's like, again, not Shane, I'm sorry. Kyle is Shake, right? He's caught up in this blonde, skinny, white woman that has been made the face of beauty and a symbol of what, white men that he wants to be like desires, right? So him, and not saying that he's not white, but I'm just saying he's not ashamed. You see what I'm saying? So for him to have somebody like that with his racially identifying features is huge for him. And he wants that to work. He wants this relationship to work, even though she is not reciprocating anything that he's putting out, right? You keep on telling her that you love her and that she's this great and awesome person. She says none of that. She just makes a face, kind of a disgusted and shocked face. But you still keep on going down this road because you will do anything to have a blonde wife. Oh my goodness. Just get a woman that treats you right, and treats you the way you want to be treated, and have her put on a wig sometimes, a blonde wig during sexy time. It's too much. Let's get into Shayna. Listen, I knew that she still had feelings for Shane. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't expect for her to go off in her confessional the way she did. She was just like, listen, I still have feelings for Shane and I want to pursue that. And I'm not going to let Natalie get in the way of that. You mean Natalie, his fiance? What in the Jessica is happening here? Like, how dare you? And the way she said it was like she knew that she was going to get Shane, right? Like, she was so confident. And Shayna, I wonder why you're so confident that you can get Shayna away from Natalie. I can't quite put my finger on it. Why do you think you can steal her man? I just couldn't believe it. She was just outright. I'm like, you are just committing to being trash. You're admitting that you're trash on this show and you are okay with it. Millions of people are going to see this and you are okay. I still have feelings for Shane. Kyle is a nice guy. Kyle, your fiance, is a nice guy. But I still have feelings for Shane, and I'm not going to let Natalie get in the way of that. What? I even for Shayna, that shocked me. Even for Shayna, that shocked me. I'm not going to take a back seat to Natalie, his fiance. After he proposed to her, you already took a back seat. What are you talking about? I said all that to say this is going to be juicy. This is going to be juicy when she attempts to take Shane away from Natalie. I hope Natalie handles it the best way, right? I hope she doesn't fall apart. I hope not, because Shane is doing you a favor. She takes Shane away from you, Natalie. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about. Let's get into your comments. I'm going to go up a little bit. Soraya Raya said, that's concerning to me that these Indian people would only be happy with white people. I just think Shake is trash. I think it's these two individuals, right? You have to realize it happens to a lot of non-white people, right? When you, especially non-white people who grow up in white middle class or upper class or affluent communities, you are going to want to be like everybody that you see, which is why a lot of those kids who grow up in those communities have identity issues. And all it takes is an HBCU for them to figure out who they really are. It's unfortunate, but it does happen. And it's not because the parents want the child to not love who they are or erase their culture. It's because the parents are trying to give them a fighting chance. And they know that, to be honest with you, the best schools are in white, middle class, and upper class and affluent white neighborhoods. If it's not a person of color who is aspiring to whiteness, it is a poor white person aspiring to wealthy whiteness, right? So you see the poor white kids whose parents moved them into the middle class neighborhoods, or the neighborhoods that have that zip code that that good school is in, but they don't really have the money, right? Parents living paycheck to paycheck. They're living in Section 8 housing in that nice community, but they're white. And they are getting around those kids. They are studying those kids. They are lying and faking it to make it, just so they can appear like they have the same thing. Their best friends will never go to their home. Their mother will work 2 and 4 jobs, probably get into some scamming or whatever to get their kid a car so that they can look like everybody else. Right? Or, the kid wants to be dropped off down at the end of the block because they don't want the kids to see them actually, getting off the bus or in mom's raggedy car. White affluent people run this nation. Everybody, not everybody, but there are a lot of people who aspire to be them. And so it's not weird. It's not, it's sad, right? But it's understandable. And it's not just an Indian thing. It's everybody. Hey, Kim Pire said, I just finished the latest episode. This is such a good season. It is. Like, season 1 was good in a way that we had some actual love stories and a little bit of mess. This season is good in a way that we just got all mess. It's just all mess. Ciao. Hey, fairy gal. Fairly agile. Okay. Fairly Agile said Danielle needs to learn how not to protect the past. Danielle needs to learn how not to project, past hurts onto Nick. Absolutely. This is a skill that can be learned with CBT. CBT. Is that weed? Is that weed or therapy? Let me know. Hey, Bettina. Bettina said Shayna and her family are MAGA. Twitter screenshot her Instagram follows, and she follows Melania and them. Who thought she was anything else? Not me. Not me. Listen to my girl Tracy. Tracy said, Star Family, please like the video. It helps the channel grow. We're looking to get to 1.25 million by the end of the year. It's early. We can do it. Absolutely. Hey, Opal. Opal said, initially, I really like Mallory, but she is not a girl's girl. She not only did Sal dirty, she did Ayana dirty and does not care. And will see herself as the victim in all of this. She's a manipulator. She manipulated the hell out of that conversation with Sal. I'm like, now Sal is apologizing. Oh, girl, you're good. Sal is now apologizing and beefing with Jarret. And you are the common denominator. Hey, BB girl. BB girl said, I wish the producers picked one couple that was cute, adorable, like a couple to root for, because we don't like any couple. Yeah. There's not, none of these relationships look healthy at all. None of them. None of them look happy at all. Let me scroll down to, hey, Bree. Bree said, I think healing and forgiving is a process. Sometimes you have a chat and you're settled until you really get to mural over the convo. I agree. And some PT, at some point you need to forgive and let it go, but also allow time. I absolutely agree with that. I think you're 100% right. I'm still the kind of person, you can't keep on coming back to me with the same issue. I get it. Allow time to come in and heal. I understand. I just, we're not going to keep on coming back. I remember I was working with somebody who, I'll tell this story on Patreon. But I was working with somebody and they had an issue with me. I felt it. I didn't care to ask because why? We're grown. If you have an issue, address me, right? I kept on going on about my life and, living my beautiful, blessed life. And they finally said something. They had an issue with me for 2 years. Get the hell out of here, girl. Get the hell out of here. 2 years you've been beefing with me and I ain't know. I felt something, but it was recent. I was like, what? Huh? 2007? Get out of here. I was like, absolutely not. I refuse to address that. But we talked about it and, it was definitely a process. I got it because I'm like, if you're going to be beefing with me for 2 years, you got some issues there with me. You got to just let it. You got to just let it out. And I totally understood. We continue to work together. A year later, we're out having a good time. And they just pull me aside and say, I still feel the same way. Okay, well, talk to the Lord about it. Take it to God. Because it's no longer my problem. I can't, how you're able to hold these issues for so long, good or bad on you. I don't care. I don't care. At the end of the day, it was jealousy because baby, I'm not remotely close to where I want to be. But haters still hate on the kid. Haters still hate on the kid. And this person was in a better position than me. And bothered because everybody likes me. Well,
what am I supposed to do about it?
You can do nothing wrong, Nikki. Everybody treats you like you're Oprah. Okay, how is that my fault? Actual words that were said. Not like a legit issue. Everybody treats you like Oprah. Everybody says that you're going to be successful. True. What did I do? Child, the devil sees your blessing. Sometimes you can't see it, but the devil sees it. But I do agree, Bree. I do agree. Busola said, I'm actually surprised that the couples are not grasping that if they made deep connections in the pod, it may take time to shake those connections now that they are outside. That's really good. I never even thought about that, but that is really, really good. Great observation. Tam C said, I appreciate that Ayana pointed out the issues, but she needs to then voice her true feelings. Yes. And give her demands. I was really proud of her and rooting for her in that when she was having that conversation with Jarret. But I thought it was going to go into Mallory, and she just let it die out because she didn't want to upset him. Get him angry so you could be happy. Get him angry so you could be happy. What's up, Jutley? Jutley says she's scared to communicate because she doesn't want to make him mad or lose him. That's every woman on this show. Every woman on the show except for Mallory and Shayna. Every woman on the show except for Mallory and Shayna. Right? Even I think that I'm an introvert. And my mom was like, you're not an introvert. You just like being home. Oh, God. Jolly also said, do you think Shake likes the way he is perceived to others when they see him with a white woman? Probably. Not probably. Absolutely. 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 There are a lot of non-white men who are in a cock contest, let's be real, with white men. And it's like, if they can get something that white women normally can get, it just makes them feel so good and powerful. And it's so it's hurtful because they think that we see them like white men, right? But all we see is this sad brown boy. Like, everybody can see you, but you can't see you because you think that you are on the same level as white men. And not saying that, white men are better or whatever, but we have to talk real, especially in the United States of America. They can do no wrong, right? This nation was built for them to thrive, and just them. They let them women in, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, they complain enough, they'll give them a little something. They still fighting each other, but let's just be real. This nation was made for white men to thrive. It still is. Still works out for them. So I think that's exactly what it was. But it's like, dude, we can see you. You can't see you. Shout out to Kanye. Hey, Mick K. Mick K said, grew up in Toronto with many brown immigrants, and a lot of them date in their race. From high school to adulthood, they're with each other. But I definitely think it's a pride thing for Shake. Yeah, do they all grow up in the same neighborhood? If they live together, fine. But it's like with anybody, you cannot put a child in an environment and think. And it's the same thing with people of color communities, right? There are a lot of, especially I'm gonna just tell my truth. Not me, but I used to, I didn't grow up, but I lived in West Philly for a very long time. And there was this Chinese food store on the corner, Chinese corner store. I used to get my French fries, salt, pepper, and ketchup, with my chicken wings. Y'all know the vibes, Philly people. Salt, pepper, ketchup, a fried chicken and French fry. Anyway, I kind of grew up with the daughters that we didn't go to the same school, but we grew up in the same neighborhood. They all got black boyfriends and black kids. What did you expect, right? They live in a predominantly black neighborhood. When they're growing up, things is happening to your body. You're going to school with a certain kind, if you're attracted to the opposite sex, you're going to school with a certain kind of guy. You're in a neighborhood with a certain kind of guy. Now, I know their parents probably wanted them to, get with the other Chinese immigrants, you know what I mean? However, the Chinese immigrant, first generation Chinese immigrant kids, however, they don't live around them. All the kids is black. You go into that corner store today, you got the black kids taking the order. I love Philadelphia. You got the black kids taking the order. What's up? What do you want? You know what I mean? Like, it's with any neighborhood. If you are in the majority of, if you are in a minority in a neighborhood and there's a majority culture, you are going to be attracted to those people. It's just going to happen. You are going to talk like those people. The girls in my neighborhood, the girls that I grew up with, they wear baby hair and, hoops and all that stuff. They do the whole thing. they talk like, but nobody's calling them culture vultures, right? Nobody's saying that they're trying to do anything because they've been in this neighborhood since they were 5 and 7. If they're watching, hey girl, I don't know who from my hood or from my family be watching this. And the only way that I know that somebody that I know has watched my channel is I get a little text or I get a little Facebook message. So, hey, I said positive things, but that's just how it is. That's just, how it is. Whatever you grow up in, that's what you're going to desire. That's what you're going to desire. C2 Believe said, "Are you kidding me? Nah, it's Danielle. She makes problems out of everything. I'll admit that Nick is annoying, but he's mad patient." I want to say that he's mad patient, but I agree with you about Danielle. But I think we're overlooking the fact that she said this. She said, "This is who I am. I got a lot of problems." So, can't really fault the girl. She was upfront and honest. Nick didn't say, "Oh, well, you know what? I can't deal with that." And maybe he found out that he couldn't deal with it. And that's okay. I just don't like the way he speaks to her when he gets frustrated. Jutley said, "Danielle is a lot to handle. No offense, but she needs to get therapy and heal." Absolutely. This is too much for anyone to deal with. Oh, y'all getting Danielle together. I agree, though. Christina said, "Danielle should have never been on this show. She needs help. He needs to learn she needs to learn how to communicate. He needs to learn how to communicate towards her, but it won't be good enough for her." Absolutely agree. She will still have a problem with whatever he says. Agreed. Steph O said, "I'm wondering how Danielle went through the screening process. The producers must have picked up on her major issues, right?" Absolutely. They absolutely picked her for those reasons. Hey, Fan. Hope I'm saying your name right. Please correct me if I'm not. Said, "Could there be a possibility that they're fighting over the little stuff for cameras?" Absolutely. Maybe they think that if they're too lovey-dovey, it might get boring. Probably. Just like Shake, he's absolutely putting it on for the cameras. Absolutely. But that's what he's here for. And it's very obvious if you go to his Instagram. Hey, Keisha. Keisha said, "Now I was busy watching another YouTube review and started scrolling, and your title, 'As We Lay,' made me immediately click and tune in. Girl, I'm screaming. Hey, Keisha, thanks for joining us. Hey, D everyone. Hey, D everyone. So I don't think Shayna and Natalie talked about their cultural differences yet. I don't think they will have any. I think that Natalie is fully ingrained into, Shane's culture. I think she will do stuff from her culture, but I don't think it will be constant. If you're picking up what I'm putting down. I think this isn't her first, rodeo in Connorville. She's probably been here consistently. So I think she'll be fine. Or not fine, but I think this is what she accepts. Miss GG88 said, "Kyle was so thirsty for basic Shayna. Why are you begging this woman to be with you? I had secondhand embarrassment for him." Yeah, but he don't care. He ain't never got a Shayna before. Kyle is cute. He's an acquired taste. Let's just put it all out there. He's an acquired taste. Period. That's where it is. JL says, "I don't feel that bad for Kyle. He gave me that he wanted to be intimate at whatever cost, especially when he proposed to live together." He's not letting her go. He's thinking about posting that he's with her on Facebook and how all his friends are going to be like, "Oh my God, dude, you got this." That's what he's thinking about, because he never says anything else about her, because he doesn't know anything about her. All he knows is that she's blonde, skinny, and white. That's all he knows. That's all he knows about her. I hope she does too, Crazy Homebody Girl. I don't never root for nobody's relationship breaking up, but if Natalie don't walk away, Shayna needs to walk Shayna away from her, because she could do better on her worst day. Hey, Brown Girl 44. Brown Girl 44 says Shayna came off borderline racist. She kept saying, what could they possibly be talking about? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Listen, she been hitting me and my ancestors. She been hitting me and my ancestors. And we can all kind of see it come up a bit when she talks about Natalie. Ciao. No, Yolande, they never had to talk about religion. They never had to talk about religion. She's bringing that up because Kyle is not what she wants. And instead of saying, I don't want to be with you, because Kyle could have been a devout Christian, she would have found something else. She would have found something else. But because religion and political views, different views are really a strong topic and can make or break a relationship, she's throwing that out there. But she never had a conversation with Shane. She wants Shane because she knows that he's white. Fully. Okay? Or at least get past as a full Caucasian. She wants Shane because of that. They never really had conversations. They never really did. But that's why she wants Shane. And if Kyle looked different, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here. Hey, Mellow Vibes. Mellow Vibes said, is it me or did the episode not transition well? They were just all of a sudden in their shared apartments with 2 weeks left to the wedding. Yeah, it transitioned poorly. The editing this season is horrible. Garbage. We're all over the place. Everybody's confused about the timeline. The editing is terrible. Get your old editor back, Love Is Blind. Because this is not the same editor from season 1. Not at all. Hey, Pesci and Co. said, to be honest, I don't think that Shane really into Shayna. I think he put her into the sexual box, but always really did connect deeper with Natalie. I think so too. Because this is the thing. Shane is doing the same thing that Deep is, that Shake is. Natalie is the good wife. That's the perfect, wife for him. So he thinks. He don't know the real Natalie. She's surfacing, and I like her. Shayna is the one that would be the side chick, right? Shayna is the one that he would sleep with, but like have this affair with. But Natalie is the one that he will wife and have children with. Hey, Vivian. Vivian said, all my South Asian friends have married Donkey. You know what? I didn't read it because you're a regular here. You are part of the Star family. But girl. Jesus. Hey, Natalie. Natalie said, Nick gets a lot of screen time. Smart move or actual gossip queen? I think he's a gossip queen. Come on, JL. You better preach. Shayna is with the Jezebel spirits when claiming to be a Christian. Crazy, right? You're super Christian. You're super devout. It's Jesus or nothing else. But you're literally on camera talking about taking somebody else's fiance. What would Jesus do? What would Jesus do? Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Hey, Jelly. Jelly said half the time Nick is looking straight to the camera with the commentary and not doing the interviews either. Yeah, listen. Nick is a producer probably on this show. Oh! What is CB? Is it CBD? Is it CBD? Child, you can tell Dare had a huge effect on me. CBD. CBD oil, yes. Cannabis. But that's not what you're talking about. I'm sorry. Cognitive behavioral therapy. There it is. Learn something new every day. Thank you for keeping me on my toes, Star family. Hey, Deborah. Deborah said Kyle probably watches only rom-coms where the average guy wears down the pretty girl in the end. That's what he thinks is going to happen here. It's not going to happen, Kyle. It's not going to happen. Kyle is cute. He does not have the features that Shayna wants to breed with. That's not what she wants. When she sees Shane, that's what she wants to bring home. That's who she wants to have children with. It's not a cow. And then you're an atheist, boy, because she's probably thinking he's probably a liberal. You know what I mean? Because if you're, normally if you're an atheist, so she's like, absolutely not. I could not bring that home. Hey, Samantha. Samantha said, I don't think Jarret wanted to pick Ayana because she was black and he thought she was going to be or look like someone else. Absolutely. Absolutely. Remember when he told her, you don't look like your name? Hey, stop the bus. What's up? Stop the bus. Thank you for the super chat. Stop the bus said Mallory is willing to throw Jarret under the bus for her own perseverance. It's telling. So that's how you treat the dudes you like too. Good observation. Good observation. Natalie, Mallory, is it the men that you picked that were the problem or was it you? Mallory's past Jarret's. Start spilling some tea because I'm thinking it's her. Mick K said, I had to drop a friend last year because of that. She had a problem with me for 3 years and she told me and I didn't give AF at that point. I had to mourn our friendship, but I need peace. Yeah. It's like, okay. You can't just, you still, okay. What that got to do with me though? What did I do? That's all. That's all. Noelle said, I'm just waiting for Natalie, Sal, and Ayana to wake up and bounce out of their relationships. I can't wait for that reunion. I'm just rooting for these much needed breakups at this point, right? This show is called Love is Blind, and we're all waiting for the breakups. Sad, 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 sad. Pesci and Co said, can I just say to the Star family, a lot of us are Black women. It took me a long time, but please get therapy if you don't love yourself and everything that comes with that. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. You have to be, I can't speak for any other culture of women, but for Black women, we are made to be everybody's nurturer. We are made to take care of everybody but ourselves. We always put ourselves last. So, get the help that you need and put yourself first. It's time. It's time. Melanin Will said, I love that shakes my... We're not there. We're not there. 353 in the room. Let's smash that like button, please, and thank you. You see what happens with the like button. We got some new Star family members in here. Hey, Shy Thomas. Shy Thomas says she's absolutely correct. I'm from Toronto, and brown immigrants absolutely stay with brown immigrants. They hardly ever talk to other races. Exactly what it is. Yeah, but are they living in the same neighborhood? I think if you grow up together, that absolutely happens. Mellow Vibe said parents who move their children to predominantly anything culture are weird if they think that absolutely. It's just going to happen. It's just going to happen. We in here like booty here. Jody, you from Jamaica? What's up? Hey family. Hey Becca. Oh yes, Yolanda, go. Please check out Abbott Elementary. Becca said, Danielle, very irrational stemming from PTSD or anxiety, or maybe it is intuition. Nick might be too much two-face. Yeah, PTSD. She definitely has anxiety. I hope she knows that too. She has huge anxiety, and she is a self-saboteur. Like nothing, Danielle will think the worst of the best thing that has ever happened to her. And this is probably why, she's single. No shade, like there could be other reasons, but I feel like she's the kind of girl who would want to be in a relationship, right? And I think, it just becomes too much for somebody to deal with somebody who is constantly negative about everything. It weighs on you. And I get Nick. I just don't like how he talks to her. It's like you can be upset, but there's a way to speak to her. Like if she's immediately apologizing to you all the time and then invalidating her feelings to validate yours, that's not okay. Thank you, Butterfly Villa. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Melanin said, I don't think that Shayna and Natalie will have any cultural differences, especially based on how approving her dad was. You must have joined late. We're not skipping ahead. And how excited her mom suddenly was when she saw Shane. We're going to unpack that. We're going to unpack that. We're going to unpack that. Please, my Asian subscribers, when we talk about that episode, be in here. Because I'm going to be calling y'all up. Tony said, what the F is going on? Is the whole of Scarborough? Is that a neighborhood? Is that a Canadian neighborhood? I love that y'all connecting. What's up? Becca G said, Shane is okay. Just a dude. At least you can see all the faults. Got to give it to him. He's bringing Natalie out of her shell. I will say this. I like Shane, right? Shane seems like somebody you can have fun with, but not all the time. Like, you know what I mean? Somebody you can take in small doses, but you'll still have a really good time with. Like, he's the fun guy at the, work barbecue. But you couldn't go out with him every night because he would get on your nerves and he would get you into fights, Like, he would eventually get you into some mess that you don't need to be in. But he's likable. He's a fun guy. He just needs to grow up. And I don't see him maturing in any way. I don't. I see him wanting to be that guy where it's just like, Natalie has been working from home, stressed out with the kids, and he is still upset with her that his dinner isn't made. And she's looking over at him like, do you see everything that I'm doing? I can see him not understanding and being like, yeah, but I'm still hungry. Still a fun guy, right? Not husband material. At least not now, in my opinion. That would be a good surprise. But you know what, Teresa? I can see that. I can see that. I really, really can. Hey, Ashley. Ashley said, and I hate how they interview them about the whole season in one interview, because then it feels like their confessional reactions are fake, if that makes sense. Yeah, because they do it at the end of the season, unlike, housewife shows where they do it throughout the season and you can get a myriad of reactions. All right, let me get two more because my food is here and your girl is starving. Hey, Lydia. Lydia said Shayna is a producer plant because she is too much. I just really think that that's who she is. She gives me Orange County. She gives me Orange County to the core. She is there to stir the pot. It seems that the producers are trying to create characters from last season because it was a success. That could be it, right? Shayna could absolutely be an actress, but she gives me Orange County teas. Orange County, Calabasas. Not Beverly Hills. Thousand Oaks. That's what she gives me. Oh, wow. Deborah said they're already filming season 3. There's a photo of the male cast on Reddit and Twitter. Whoever told me to get the Reddit app, why would you do that to me? I have been so unproductive. That Reddit app, I had to put that thing on pause. I knew I should have never downloaded it. I knew. JL said Shane even looks like a part of Shayna's family tree too. I want to quote Mary. Good. We're learning restraint. We are learning restraint. Nick K said, my therapist is a Black woman and shed so much light on me. I felt like I had to nurture everyone. Absolutely. Like calling yourself the mom of the friend group. Yes. What the hell is that? Can I tell you, I had to stop saying that. I had to stop saying that because I was always doing that. And that I was just fine with being in that position. And I'm just like, no, I'm not. Now I'm the rich auntie with no responsibilities. Oh, Yes, salt, pepper, ketchup. Salt, pepper, ketchup. With hot sauce on the side. Yeah. Shout out to Danny Watt. Mo said, Danielle saying she has anxiety doesn't translate when you have not seen it in action. He won't be able to handle her. Absolutely. I don't think he can. And that is okay, right? I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with him not being able to handle a woman who has anxiety, or just any kind of issues. Not everybody is built for that. Not everybody's built for that. One of my favorite songs is a Sheryl Crow. Are you strong enough to be my man? You can't help the way I am. It's very true. Like there are some people who just like I'm not going to say broken, but a lot of us are more sensitive than others. Some people can get up from something and in a day, or like right after it happened, no, I'm cool, I'm good. Other people need more time. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just a difference. Nick, I don't think he's built for a wife or a partner that needs more time to get up out of things, or probably will need medical help, some kind of therapy, or a prescription to get out of that. I just don't think he's that guy, that partner, and that is okay. Nothing wrong with it. I know. I love it. Toronto. Shout out to Scarborough. What's up? What is up, Scarborough? Me too, Samantha. He did. Even though he got on my nerves, he grew on me. Yes, absolutely. Even though he got on my nerves, he grew on me. Good night, Pesci. We're going to end with Lisa. Lisa said Shayna will get picked up by some Bachelor Nation clown on her way to a retired NFL quarterback, then to the Real Housewives. I think you're absolutely right, Lisa. I think you're absolutely right. Guys, I've had a great time here. As you know, I've been on here a lot longer than I anticipated. So I really enjoyed my time here. I know you all have had a good time because some of you are staying up really, really late, and I totally appreciate it. Tomorrow we're going to not finish out the season, but tomorrow we're going to do 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 tomorrow. That's just going to be a Love is Blind day tomorrow because I have so much going on. I can't do New Jersey. New Jersey and Orange County will be on Thursday, along with Married at First Sight. And then I'm going to end with, I'm going to put episode 10 of Love is Blind. That will be on Thursday as well. And then we'll talk about the season finale on the 25th. Hope that works for you all. Thank you. Thank you, Mo. Thank you all for joining me. Shout out. Thank you, Tracy, the NikkiStar TV General. Says shout out to the NikkiStar Replay Gang. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and share the channel to your social media. Please, family. We got a lot of people in the room. I absolutely love it. Let's like this video so it can help you grow on the YouTube algorithms. Again, had a great time. Would love to stay on longer, but I gotta eat and I gotta pack. I'm literally packing up my last box. So that means everything that I have now is everything that I'm going to have for the next few days. But what happens, I'm not going to tape it. That's what I'm not going to do. Because as soon as I tape a box, I need something out of that box. Anyway, moving on to bigger and better things. Won't he do it? Love y'all.